Gertrude, I have been waiting for this comment since I started this channel, and I am literally so excited. No one is offended here, and I am not afraid of you, but I would love to talk about this comment. I'm so excited. And you want to take offensiveness out of it because you and me were strong, so let's do that. You call me young, right? And that's fine, I get it. But I'm old enough to be your financial advisor. I'm old enough to be your lawyer. And in 1 year, I could be. I'm also like old enough to be part of the House of Representatives. So I guess, right, like the reason I find this so funny is the more that you do this, you know, like the more you tell young people that we don't deserve to be involved in the government, we don't understand, we're too emotional, you know, the more you say that, well, like the older you're getting, right? And you and I, we have at least two things in common. Now that's that we were both born and that one day we will both meet our maker. So question for me. Yeah, so if your generation's getting older, right, but people in your generation, they don't want us to start learning about the government or start joining the government, what happens? You know, like how you fight so hard against people like throwing away our history. Like you don't want that thrown away, but you also don't want to educate the next generation. I think that's weird. I think it's like simultaneously super weird that you guys want us to grow up, but you won't teach us. And like, here's the thing, right? We'll remember that. Like, I know it's much easier to shit on us like your parents did to you. I get it, trauma. But here's the thing, right? Like our generation, we're smart. And we've watched where all of you failed. And like the more nervous you get, right, about my generation being educated, the more I think we might be onto something. Why are you afraid of education unless it's because your viewpoints aren't based in knowledge? Because I think about it, right? And that would be like the only reason I'd be afraid to educate people is if I had abused them. Or like maybe because I screwed up so bad that I didn't want them to know. You know, and then I really do, I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame that your generation was so traumatized by the generation before them that you think we deserve this. And I guess one thing I'm like a little perplexed that people don't understand about this generation yet, or like younger people in general. Like the more you tell us that we don't deserve something, that we shouldn't have something, the more we want it. You know, I do want to say though, truly, I am sorry that your generation didn't have honest conversations. I'm sorry that the generation above you traumatized you so much. And I'm sorry that your generation specifically is the most polarized politically. But you've brought the rest of us along for the ride. And I, for one, I'd like to get off your ride. But like until then, right? Keep dismissing us. Keep telling us that we're dumb and keep telling us that we're over emotional. Keep telling us that we don't deserve the government. Keep telling us that we'll never understand anything and that we're always going to be young. Because every time you do that, I hope a new young person finds this channel. Or even better, I hope someone from your generation that doesn't agree with you, I hope they find this channel and I hope they motivate young people. Because it's almost our turn. Maybe it's because I'm over emotional. Maybe it's because you told us not to grow up too fast. Then we had to grow up too fast.